Hello, welcome to another episode of Second Act Travel. Come along with me. As you can see, we are getting very close to the cruise, and today I have my luggages out because I'm gonna start packing for this cruise. I've got 3 different things that I'm planning on putting everything in. I got my large suitcase, I got my carry-on, which I'll walk onto the ship with, and my backpack, which I'll also walk onto the ship with. Let's get started. The big guy, that's gonna have a lot of my stuff in it. As you can see, there's a ton of space. My carry-on is going to carry my important stuff, especially things that I plan on wearing the exact next day. That night, because just in case this doesn't get to the room yet, I'll have my clothes in this bag just to make sure that I can get through the first night and possibly even the second morning, just in case. I know it should be at the room by like 3-4 o'clock, but you never know what's going to happen, and at least this way I can put most of my things in here. And my packing strategy is really try to fit as much as I can in my carry-on because I'm not going to lose this. It's going to be with me at all times. And then, even though I don't plan on losing this, it's always possible, but I'm going to fit the other things in here. The only thing that I will put in here that is kind of, it's necessary, I have to put my suit in there. It will not fit into this bag, and I want to keep it as wrinkle-free as possible, so I'm going to have to put the suit into this one. I do have a list of things that I plan on bringing. This is more of a laundry bag when we get in the room. This might hold socks. I think this holds shoes, which maybe I'll put my dress shoes in here. And before anybody says anything, yes, I do overpack, and I understand that. It's okay. I prefer to have the options while I'm there. I probably will not. No, I definitely will not wear everything that I bring on the cruise, but at least I have the options with me. There are a few things that must be brought here. So, first night. I do have some things written down as to what I plan on wearing. The first night of the cruise, I plan on wearing my pink polo with the khaki pants. The khaki pants are going to be an absolute must. I'm going to put those in first because they're the largest. I try to roll them as tight as possible. The tighter I can roll them, the better they fit into the luggage. With the polos, I always start the roll at the bottom so that the neck doesn't get all messed up. I usually put day 1 and day 2 in the small one because, God forbid, this takes a long time to get up to me. I want to make sure the first 2 days I have covered. And from there, if I had to buy something on the ship to get me through day 3 or day 4, I can. But worst case scenario, I'm just waiting for this to show up, and then it does. I want to have at least one nice outfit, one hangout outfit, one pool day outfit. So, and sometimes I like to throw some of my nicer clothes, things that were a little more expensive, I'll put into this carry-on so that I don't lose those. You know, I could always replace a Disney t-shirt, even though they probably don't make the ones that I wear anymore, but it's okay. I could replace those. I could replace a pair of jeans. I could replace, you know, an older bathing suit. But the newer stuff, kind of like, you know, stuff that I spent a little more money on and more recently, that I'll always keep with me so that I know that it's safely on my person. The other thing that I'm probably going to wear a lot of are my comfortable but nicer shorts. Again, I don't wear anything too expensive, but, you know, I like to look presentable sometimes. Night 2 is the formal night. That's where I'll have my suit. That will be in the suitcase because I don't want it to be trying to cram into a small one, and I want it to come out as nice looking as possible. But since that's the case, I'm gonna put some of my nicer shirts in and try to fit as many of my pants as possible into this. So I think one thing I'll definitely put in is my jeans. when I get to the end of this that I'm actually, by rolling, able to fit a lot more than you would think into my smaller suitcase. I'm getting pretty close to the top of the one side right now, and that's making me think, what can I lay on top of that that's kind of easy? Something very light and thin, like this. But there, that should be perfect. Now I can fit that on this side. And I don't need it to close perfectly. Having room isn't the problem. I have enough room. I haven't even gotten started in this suitcase, and I could probably fit the rest in that suitcase with plenty of room to spare. We almost packed the entire wardrobe for the screws in my carry-on, which that's awesome. We now have a carry-on. Okay, so a few things. That's all my clothes, and I have tons of room in this luggage. It's honestly, if that's even 5 pounds, we're pushing it. So the other thing is I have this, which is going to carry all of my toiletries. So I'll have my razors, my hairbrush, hair gel, toothbrush, toothpaste, all that kind of stuff. I leave this in the bathroom, in the room. This can fit probably in my backpack, just so I have this stuff with me and I don't have to pay for, toothbrushes. Now, I'm gonna put in some of my shoes. So, most likely I'll be wearing the black Hokas to get on the ship. I like to turn the shoes upside down when I put them in here. I do have these to keep my shoes stiff and from crumbling. These are the black Hokas. I'm gonna wear these ones onto the ship. My flip-flops, these will go into my backpack because I can't have a cruise without flip-flops. So those will stay out. I have my dress shoes. Those are gonna go in. And then last but not least, these are kind of like one of my favorite pairs to wear around when I'm at home, but these are my chukkas. Another thing that I'm bringing, snorkeling equipment. These are the metal hooks for the room. Those are definitely going to be in our luggage. So now that we got all that stuff done, I need to show you some of the electronic stuff that I'm going to bring because I do have a lot of stuff. This is something I have to plan right. So let me get all the accessories out and then we can go through them. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so here we have gadgets and lots of them. All right, so a couple of things. I'm gonna sit down for this because it's all right in front of me, but this is all going in my backpack. I can't afford to lose any of this stuff. It's too expensive. So none of it is gonna go here. Let's talk about what we got. So this is my GoPro carrying case. It carries like the mounts and the SD cards and all the other things that I use for the GoPro. I'm gonna take this because it's nice and neat, zips up, and I can save all the stuff in here. This is my battery charger for the GoPro. Now, I know I'm limited as to the amount of plugs that I have in the room, so I have a couple of things. This is one of the GoPro batteries. It just sits in there like that. When it's plugged into a wall like I normally have it, like this. Let's talk my long white cords here. This, the longest of the white cords. This is my phone charger. And the reason I have it this long is so that I can actually bring it into my bed when I'm home. And I just like having the extra length. It gives me options to have my phone plugged in and still use it. This one obviously charges my Apple Watch. I do wear my Apple Watch constantly, so I'll be bringing this also. I also have my cubes that Apple, gives you. This is for USB-A. This one's USB-C. This is another lightning cable that I have. I believe this charges Jenna's phone, so that's why I kept this one. I have this, which is the charger for my Nikon, the camera, which is this one, the Coolpix. And this is actually USB-A, so I can actually plug in this and use this as a USB-A to something if I needed to. But right now it's just charging the camera. I have my camera and my camera's carrying case. The camera will go in here because it keeps everything safe, and it has a few different compartments in here. One I can put the charger into, and the other, which is up here, has all of the memory cards for the camera that I use. One of the batteries that I have, this is a charger for the batteries that just can come undone, plug into a wall. Don't have to be, but if I'm out during the day, I'm not charging anything else other than maybe the GoPro stuff, but I'll charge my camera battery also. I have 2 batteries right now for the camera. I'm probably gonna get 2 more. The GoPro I'm filming on, so I can't show you that. That one's up there. This is my Anchor portable charger, and this comes with 2, this is a cord actually, but it's USB-C to USB-C. There's 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port. So it says it charges your iPhone up to 4 times. So I can carry this with me, and believe it or not, because it does the USB-C and the USB-A, I could charge other things like the GoPro and the batteries for the GoPro through here. Plus it'll charge me and Jenna's phone if we're ever out and it's dead. This is my battery backup. When I'm in the room and maybe all the plugs are being used at night, and if this is at 100%, I can just plug our phones and watches into here and charge them through this. Not to waste the plugs, I'll use the plugs on the ship to charge my cameras. I got my book that I'm bringing. I got all my sunglasses. Book, sunglasses. These are little stretchy bands. They're for the beach towels. Put them on the chair. This way it keeps the towel in place. I got 2 of those, one for me, one for Jenna. And then I have the goodies in here. So this one hasn't been opened yet, but this is the same lanyard that I used for my cruise, except this is a red one. And then on the back, or they're kind of clear, I don't know if you can see them, they're in here, the packaging. These are the luggage tags. So here is a white one of those, which maybe Jenna will like. Here's another blue one. That's the one that I have upstairs. These are the luggage tags, but you'll see the Royal Caribbean ones, they actually fill up the entire thing. These are the waterproof cases for phones, just in case we're, maybe we're at the Royal Beach Club going in the water and we want to keep our phones with us. We can put them in here, maybe put the CPass card in there or something else. And at least when we close these up, it will keep the water out, keep our phone safe. This way we don't have to run back to the locker or anything, because as much as I'm gonna want to carry this around with me when I'm at Hideaway Beach in Coco Cay or in Royal Beach Club, we're gonna have to leave our stuff someplace. And as much as I'd like to think it's always safe, you never know. That's it. So this is getting very real, and it's really exciting. I am thrilled. We are 41 days away from our cruise, and we just checked in 4 days ago on Monday. It's now Friday. But one of the amazing things that we got is today we found out our royal upbid was accepted. So we're not going to be staying in an interior room this trip, although I would have been totally fine if we were. This trip is now moved. We have our room number and everything. We're going to be on the 14th floor. We are staying in a Central Park balcony room. So we're going to be looking over Central Park. I think we're on the highest floor too. So we're kind of like up away from the park, but we are close to the pool decks. So I'll let you guys know how the noise is while we're there and what we think of the room. We're both really excited that we got a balcony because it allows us to have that little just outdoor space. This being Jenna's first cruise as an adult and her first time on Royal Caribbean, I think she's gonna love this room. I really do. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Wherever life takes us next, I'll see you there. Bye.